Hello friends, welcome to Karonda Complete IT Solutions. So today we will discuss about the EC2 deep dive part 2. In our last section, what we have done, we have checked all the EC2 dashboard, what are the features available over there, what are the terms available over there. In this section, we will check some hidden things which we generally miss it. So I hope you are ready for that. Let's go to that one. I hope you all have created your free tier account in AWS, and if you haven't created and you need more detail about it, please put the comment in the comment box so that I can make a video for it as well. Okay, so let's go to the EC2 dashboard and see that what are the features available over there by the AWS. I do have one instance running under my free tier account. Okay, so when you have any instance running on your AWS, so there are a lot of other things which you can check from here as well, like instance ID, instance type, right? This one is related to the 2x2, it's a health check. So if you see the status checks, so if these system reachability and instance reachability, if both are passed, it means your server is in the healthy state and there is no any issue on that one, right? There is no alarm set as of now, but you can set it right from here as well. Even click on this plus sign. Availability zone in your is USS 1A, public IP v4 DNS, public IV IPv4, elastic IP, IPv6 IP, monitoring. It's talking about the detail monitoring, security group name, if you are key pair, launch time. So you will get these information from here. Apart from that, if you want to more deep information about that one, so we do have a different section over there. In detail section, you can see all the details, right? Whether what kind of instance it is, what is the platform, what is the AMI ID, what is the subnet, what is the VPC ID, right? If elastic IP address is there, what is the instance type, right? All of the informations, more information you can gather it from here, right? The similar way, if you want to know about the security groups and what are the ports available over here, so you can see from here that what are the ports are open, right? And what is the source. So it's a Linux instance, that's why we have enabled under the security group, we have enabled 22 ports. The similar way, you can go for the networking and you can see all the networking information kind of things here, public IP, private IP, VPC, and all that, subnet, IPv6, right? Whatever the information you want to, what is the interface ID and all that informations, you can get it from here, right? The similar way, from the storage sections, you can see that what are the storage attached to that your EC2 instance. Here only one instance, one storage is attached, and that is the EBS storage, and that's why it's showing only the one storage. And what is the device name over here, then you can see from here, right? Status check we have already covered. Monitoring, so it will show you the basic monitoring. So basically, when you just launch any instance, you will get the basic monitoring by default, free of cost. That is a CPU, network, and your disk monitoring. So you can, see it from here. Tags, you can just, I have given the name option over here, but you can configure multiple tags. And in production environment and other environment, you must have the tagging, because for the automation, tag play important role. Okay, so I hope you got it from something from out of here, and we will go for the next features available from the AWS. So once you have instance install the launch the instance, and then there is a, in your EC2 dashboard, in top of that there is a connect option over here. You can directly connect your instance from here, right? There are two types of connection type, that EC2 instance connect or EC2 instance connect endpoint. So by default it is there. If you click on this one, you can directly land on the your CLI dashboard. Okay, you will launch, you can directly, and then you can work on the your command prompt, right? And you can run any command over here and it will work, right? I hope you got it. Then let's go to the another option. We have a instance states. What are the options available over here, and what are the things you can do from here? From here you can see that we do have a stop, reboot, and terminate. So we can do these actions from instance stage. Let's go to the next one, which is the connection. So connection, we do have a connect, we have already covered that one. View details, we have already information over there. The similar kind of information you will see from here. Manage instance states. So basically, like from the, you can just change here, stop, reboot, and terminate. From here as well, you can do that. Means we do have a two option over here. You can shut down, reboot, terminate, right? Shut down. There are 2-3 options whatever there. So you can do it from here as well, instance state, and the similar kind of action you can from here, the similar, right? So now we do have a instance setting where you can attach, if you have auto scaling group already there, so you can attach auto scaling group from here, right? You can give the name and you can attach it from here, right? The similar way you have this one, termination protection. So if you enable it, by default it's a disable, but I have enabled it. So I forgot to just disable it. If you have enabled it, so you can't terminate your instance. If you will try it, it will give you the message that you can't terminate the instance, right? The similar way you have the options available, stop protections. Under stop protections, if you enable it, you will never be able to stop your instance, because if it will give you the similar kind of error that there is a issue with that, you can't stop your instance. So sometimes we do have a requirement like that. We don't want someone to stop and or terminate our instance, so that we will not lose our applications which is running under that one. So for that we can do that. We do have an option of shutdown behavior. By shutdowning the server, you can also terminate the server, but it depends on your requirement. Then you can enable it. So we do have option available over here, and the same one, the auto recovery. If any system check fails, so auto recover, your system will auto recover. By default, it's enabled, but you can disable this option. Okay, let's go for the another one, that is that is credit specifications. So means if you are server, you want to go it beyond the baseline for the unlimited mode, then you can enable it, right? So it depends on the kind of requirement you do have. Accordingly, you can do that. Resource-based naming conventions, generally it is enabled for that IPv4, right? DNS to IPv4, and if you want to enable it for IPv6, you can go for both options from here, right? The similar way, if you see that what are the options available over here, right? Here, edit user data. So basically, it is whenever you want your server reboots, so you want some commands to run on that one, or maybe some script, so you can do it here. But for that, your server should be in the stop state. Means downtime is required for that one. Yeah, but you can do that. Okay. The similar way you can manage tags, right? You can add multiple tags over here. The similar way networking. So if you want some additional network, you want to attach some network, so you can select it from here and you can attach multiple networks in your EC2 instance, right? Sometimes we do have a requirement, we want separate network for the database or some other things, so you can do it from there. Detach, the similar way, reverse of that one. If you want to connect database, you want some connect with some database, you can enable it from here. You can mention the database name and you can perform that action, right? So it purely depend on the your requirement, that what requirement you do have, right? If you'll go for that, then manage source destination check. So what happens generally, we do have generally it is disabled. So basically, if you it is enabled, and if you will stop it, so like in net gateway, net instance, which are generally provide the internet connection for fetching, where the traffic bypass from there, so with that time we stop it, and then we can just work them as a gateway. Okay, the similar way we do have here we can manage IP address. If you want to attach more IP address, right? If you want to change the IP address, you can do it from here, right? So this feature is also available over here. Okay, let's go for the another section. What we can do from here, we have already covered here. What is that available under the security? So if you want to change the security group, right? If you have any specific requirement, and that already existing security group is having those ports open, so you can directly add that security group in your EC2 instance. Similar way, you have some kind of a requirement where some kind of a permission is required, and for that role is exist, so you can just modify IAM role, and you can attach that role from here, and your EC2 instance will be having the access with that one. So basically, these two things are available under the security feature, right? We do have these three features available. First is the create image, so you can create the AMI from here. And definitely, if you want to create the AMI, it will go through the first, it will create the snapshot, and then it will create the AMI. The second one, template. launch template. It will create the launch template which is required for the auto scaling. So if you want to create a separate template, then you can just from that institution instance you can create the template, and later you can use it in the auto scaling group. Launch more like this. If you want to launch more instance like the same kind of a configuration which is like you are adjusting this institution instance, so you can do it from here. Monitoring and troubleshooting. So if you having some issue with your EC2 instance and it's not coming up and some other things, and you want to see the console, so you can see it from here, and you can copy those logs, you can download those logs so that you can troubleshoot it, right? So these features are available for the troubleshooting, right? And the similar way, you have a get instance in screenshot. You can take the screenshot from here. You can enable the detail monitoring here, but definitely it will be the payable, right? The charges will be, if you enable it, you can go here and you can see for the charges, what are the charges applicable here, right? Definitely. So it depends, totally depend on your requirement. Here you can create that alarm, or you can just edit any alarm which is already existing here. So you can, so that you can modify your monitoring, right? And the similar way, serial console, we have discussed it. Like for that we require a specific kind of a this AWS network system, then only you can do that. Otherwise in other it is not supported as of now, right? The similar way, we do have a replace root volume. So if you want to replace the root volume, we do have a 3 option over for that. Launch state, it will create a new volume and it will replace your root volume. There will be no downtime for that, and it will be easily replaced. Then we do have a snapshot. If you have any snapshot available, you can use that one. And if you have an image AMI available with you can give the AMI ID and you can replace it, right? So these options are available over here. I hope you understood all the feature, and in next time whenever you have a requirement related in your environment, you will get some kind of a requirement, you can easily do that and it will be helpful for you. So I hope this video was it was helpful for you and you got something out of here. And in next video we will cover how we can launch the instance, and we will see all the parameters and all the all the parameters which we attach, all the features available under that one, and how we launch the instance, what are the types, what are the kind of it when we have a different kind of a requirement, which option we will select. So I hope stay tuned with us and happy learning.